Adrift is like the movie Castaway if Nicholas Sparks wrote it. Or like the movie Gravity if Gravity was in the water and Sandra Bullock and George Clooney wanted to bang. What up, Internet? Thanks for joining. I'm Paul Christian and this is Movies with a Millennial. Shailene Woodley and Sam Claflin star in Adrift, the true life story of two lovers who set sail into a hurricane and get stranded in the middle of the ocean. The film is equal parts romance and survival, a chick flick but with things for the guys to enjoy too. Shailene Woodley is at her sunburnt finest in Adrift. She really gives a brave performance here as a woman pushed to the brink of survival. I enjoyed her work in movies like The Descendants and The Fault in Our Stars, and she continues to impress me with her emotional depth. Sam Claflin does good work showing that nothing gets the ladies like a dreamy British accent. He's overshadowed by his co-star, but it's because her role demands most of the heavy lifting in this movie. The two actors have solid chemistry, even if the dialogue between them can be a bit cheesy and uninteresting at times. My favorite romantic scene is on the dance floor in Tahiti, when they just let the music and the movement do the work. Adrift typically works better when it tells the story visually, without words. It really is a pretty film to look at. With a tropical backdrop like this, it's easy to see how the two lovers fall in love. The cameras capture the scenery well. They also give you a good sense of the vastness of the ocean, which can be equally beautiful and terrifying. I was particularly impressed with the hurricane scene. It's legitimately scary, and the filmmakers do a good job of making you feel like you're in the eye of the storm. I also like how the movie tells two stories at the same time. There's the love story leading up to the storm, and the survival story after the storm. It's clever how they intertwine the two narratives, and more effective than using a linear timeline. Having said that, I think the execution of this technique could have been a little better. The problem is that as the movie climaxes, the stakes in one storyline are all the way at an 11, and the stakes in the other are at about a 6 or a 7. It felt uneven. I also think Adrift would have been more interesting if there was more conflict between the two lovers. They disagree maybe once or twice, but it's over relatively minor stuff. I know that with a true life story you want to stay faithful to the source material, and maybe that's what the filmmakers were trying to do here. However, the movie would have been more compelling if the struggle was not just against Mother Nature, but against each other as well. Adrift gets 2.5 out of 4 stars. This movie does a lot of things right. Shailene Woodley is a powerhouse, and the ending is emotionally cathartic. It had the potential to transcend the saccharine cheese of the romance genre, but for the most part, the filmmakers decided to play it too safe. I think the movie's target demographic of the Nicholas Sparks audience will like it a lot more than I did. My emoji walking out the theater was the expressionless face. You know that emotionally cathartic ending I just told you about? Well, it was kinda ruined when a couple of idiots in the front row decided to get in a fight. Thanks for watching. I'm Paul Christian and this is Movies with a Millennial. If you like what you've seen, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.